What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Zay back here with another video. I really didn't want to post a video today, but I called up my man's Alpha and he was like, post a video today, every day. And I had been telling myself I do want to see how long I can keep this daily streak going. So here's a video for you guys. I was thinking about what I wanted to record today. It just popped in my mind. Our brother was telling me that I should do story times. So here's gonna be my first ever story time, and hopefully I have some more story times in the future because my life do be having some crazy ass stories. So I wanna tell you guys exactly why I dropped out of college. This is the story time of why Isaiah is no longer in college. Literally right when I got there was kind of the beginning of the end, like as soon as I stepped on campus. So I met this girl named, we're gonna call her Bianca. So me and Bianca, our relationship was toxic as fuck. We were arguing every single day. It was just not, and we weren't even dating for that long for us to be having all of these fucking relationship problems. Like when I refer to her, I kind of refer to her as my crazy ex. I don't know, there was just some things wrong with her at the time, so I'm not gonna call her crazy, but like, the bitch was crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Between me and you, the bitch was crazy. So, yeah, so it was already off to a bad start. I was really stressed out, and honestly, the transition from high school to college, I didn't have the best study habits in high school, so that transferred over to college. And on top of that, my major was very hard. Like my major was really, really hard. So like the stress of my relationship plus the stress of my major. And then during my first semester, I got into a car accident. It wasn't that bad. It was really just my front was fucked all the way up. My fender was like bent up. My tire was like scraping against some stuff, but my car was still drivable. But like I had to get it towed, I had to get it fixed, and just being a broke college student, that stressed me out so much to where like I couldn't even focus on school. It was just about how do I fix my money problems. I didn't want to be stranded in college without a car or anything like that. So I kind of just started skipping classes more. I started doing a lot less homework. And then since my car was still drivable, it was still dented and fucked up for sure, but my car was still drivable. So I kept driving it, doing Uber Eats, because that was really the only thing I was able to do at the time, because I still wanted to pursue school. So I tried to juggle it, but it really wasn't juggling. It was just like juggling Uber Eats with one hand, and then school was just staying right here. Like it was just doing nothing. So yeah, so I ended up making enough money to fix my car. But right before I fixed it, I just got back from class. I put my car in reverse. I reversed back. I put it in drive. I pressed the gas, right? I pressed the gas. And then all I hear is just just hella fucking metal clashing, and then my car won't go forward. It won't go forward. I had to end up pushing it into a spot. It almost hit a car, and then luckily somebody helped me push it. But turns out my axle broke, so my car was completely like it wasn't gonna be able to move. I needed to tow it, but I did not have the money to tow my car. I had the money to fix my car. It was either tow it, fix it, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me just get a little more time to figure out how I'm gonna tow my car back to New Jersey, where I live, to Jersey City. How I'm gonna tow it all the way back there so I can be able to fix that shit. And the next, it probably was like 2 days later, I was still thinking of how to do that, right? Without like the most cost effective way. And I thought of it, right? I was gonna get AAA, but mind you, I got AAA, right? I got the AAA. It was gonna have I was gonna be able to tow my car there, right? AAA ended up not working out because I had to wait 2 days to be able to use the towing service because I couldn't just like get the subscription and get my car towed right after. I had to wait a couple days. So in that time of me waiting, I received a phone call randomly at it was literally 4:55 a.m. I wake up out of my sleep. It's the Rutgers police. They're telling me that I need to come there right now. Mind you, I wasn't on the same campus my car was on. It was a hefty like walk, or it was not a possible walk, and it was 4 o'clock in the morning. Like there was no buses running at that time or anything. I had no way there. So they said if I couldn't get there within the next 30 minutes, that my car was going to be towed. Mind you, I thought that parking lot was good, but for some reason, all the cars had to be moved because there was a football game, and they needed a place to park the buses for the football game, and I guess that ended up being my luck. That ended up being a parking lot that they decided to park the buses at. So I needed to move my car, but I wasn't to be able to move my car. So it ended up getting towed again. I had to pay $370 because I got it towed over the weekend and I had to wait another day. So there was like fees on top of that. So I had to wait a whole nother day to get it out. And then I had to get it towed back to my hometown. Luckily, by that time, my AAA was working, so I got it towed with no cost. So I got it fixed. But by that time, the semester was almost already over. I spent almost all my time worrying about like my car troubles and just like how the fuck do I get more money? Like being broke at college is the worst, one of the worst things ever. So second semester comes around. I'm single. My car isn't in the best shape, but it isn't in the worst. So I'm like, I have a car again. I'm single. I'm like, you know what? This semester, I'm going to turn everything around because my first semester, I was disappointed in myself. I honestly gave up on like half of my classes midway through the semester. I ended up going back for my second semester. And I'm going to be honest, I did well. I did a lot better than I did before. Um and I kind of got in another relationship, but this relationship ended up at the time ended up doing a lot for me because the girl I was with, she's a nursing student, so like she most of her time was spent doing schoolwork. So a lot of the time I was with her. I was forced to do schoolwork. So I knew that if I really like tried, if I really put my mind to it, I would be able to pass all my classes. And that is exactly what I did. I passed all my classes. Summer comes around. My car has problems again. And it's just bringing me down into a place. You know, I probably talked to you guys about that, about how like my car was stressing me out so much because I was racking up tickets. I had so much to fix on it, and it was just like I just got it a year ago, so, and I already have all these problems. Like I was just so mad at my car for giving me all these problems that I was just like, fuck it, I'm selling it. So I sell my car. I'm like, you know what? I just need a fresh start. I'm thinking about college and if I'm gonna go back. For me to go back, I wouldn't be able to go back for engineering. That's what I was told because I was on academic probation for for my second semester, and then I didn't fully test out of academic probation because my first semester I did so bad to where even me doing well my second semester didn't um erase my first semester's fuck up. So me going back, I would have had to transfer into another school. get my GPA up, and then transfer back into the engineering program or whatever else school I wanted to pursue if I didn't want to go back to engineering. So I was thinking about that option, and I knew that it was just going to be a lot of work. And I knew that at the end of the day, college wasn't necessarily for me. Like, college wasn't my biggest priority. School was never my biggest thing. It was always just something I was good at and something I always had to do. So it was never too much of a problem for me until now. So I had to make some decisions. And looking back, I know I did make the right decision for sure. I just needed, like I said, I've been really vocal about this on all of my videos for the last couple weeks, how I just needed to reground myself, rebuild my foundation. And I knew that going back to school wasn't gonna allow me to do that. I knew that if I went back, in the back of my mind, I was always gonna be feeling like I'm limiting myself. I always felt like school was just too small for me. It was just, I could never see myself working for somebody for the rest of my life. I could never see myself just not pursuing something greater than myself. And honestly, college was not going to do that for me. The only thing that I could say that was beneficial and that had for the reason, like, main reason why I felt like I wanted to go back was because a girl I really, really liked was there. But to my younger audience watching, never chase a woman to school. Please, if you're in high school right now and you guys are going to different colleges, just let it be. Let it fizz out. If you guys are meant to be, you guys will find each other again. So I couldn't have that be a reason I went back. But also the living situation was a big reason of why I wanted to go back. Like, cause I would have my own space, my own room. Like, a big reason why, like, I felt so suffocated while being home was, I was literally suffocated. Like, the space isn't too big. I don't have that much space. As you can see, I'm recording in my living room. So, being at college and living that kind of free lifestyle of being independent, which honestly, all of the cons just overshadowed the pros so much to where I just knew this is where I had to be. So yeah, that's why I am not in college. And honestly, college, it is not for everyone. I will not be going back. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if I want to pursue the education just to say I did it, I don't know, maybe I'll do that. I don't really know. But as for right now, it's fuck college. I'm gonna do this shit on my own because I definitely, I believe in myself, and I can rely on myself to achieve my goals, So for you guys watching, bet on yourself, especially if you're younger like me. I'm only 20 years old. If I bet on myself and I fail for the next 5 years, I have the next 25 years to make something work, right? So, never settle, never settle. Always go for what your heart desires. So with that being said, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys want to see next. There are for sure going to be some more story times coming in the near future because I got some crazy ass stories for you guys. Peace.